this project that I've been trying to do for months. Literal months. So I had this idea to do this back in March, and I have tried to implement it since March. But my life is so insane right now that it has been impossible to implement it since March. I say this exclusively because in the first vlog, which you'll be seeing up next week, because right now, as I'm filming this, I'm in the midst of Summerween, and this will actually be going up after Summerween is over, but right now, I'm in the midst of Summerween, and all of those are current. When I post the first vlog for this challenge, it will have been started in March. So I say that because I will not only be referring to the fact that it's March, I'm certain, I will also refer to what I was calling it at the time, which was the 100 Days of Reading Romance, which is no longer what we're doing. So now the goal is to read as much romance as I can until the end of the summer. So from the 1st of July through the end of August, I'm going to be reading and talking about romance books. So I've created a sort of little challenge thing for me. I couldn't find anyone else that was doing this. If there is somebody, I tried to find one, but I couldn't. So if you know of anyone that is, tell me in the dungeons directly below so that I can go and check out their challenge and pull it into this. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about this and the rules and everything. So I am not a huge romance reader. I've really only started dabbling in the genre in the last couple of years, but it dominates the market. It is one of the top % earners of the market when it comes to publishing, and it is no small beans at that. And yet, it is oftentimes brushed off as just romance. That's just romance readers. That's just romance. It's brushed off as very similar in a way that women's literature used to be brushed off. I can't say that. Okay. It's extremely brushed off. It's dismissed, even though it dominates the market. It is a cornerstone of both the new and used book market. If you go to any bookstore, new or used, you will see a humongous romance section and smaller other fiction sections. Just to start it off, you will see stuff like that. It is super duper big. A good chunk of Kindle Unlimited's library is romance. Not all of it, but a good chunk. It's also a good chunk of like weird alien books, which is why I have it, because of the Paranormal Channel. And you would not believe how much Kindle Unlimited has saved me over the last couple of years. But it's also a ton of romance books, and a ton of people get Kindle Unlimited for romance reading. Alright. So, let's get into some of the rules I have. I do have my notes here. It's only 2 pages. Don't freak out. I'm just trying to use up this notebook. So I'm going to be reading from these because I don't exactly remember. Okay, so one of the things I want to do with this is I want to discover what my genre for romance is, what I like, what I don't like, and I want to actually be able to talk about it in an informed way instead of just not really, because I found some romance that I've absolutely loved. I found some that I've absolutely hated. It's still not going to be like a primary genre for me to read, I don't think, going forward, but I do enjoy certain books here and there, and I want to be able to know more accurately what my taste is, so I'm going to be reading very broadly through this challenge. Alright, so here are the rules / guidelines. So the first one is to try and read 2 romance books a week, which honestly is not going to be that hard for me. I read a lot anyway, so this is an easy inclusion. Rule / guideline number 2 is to try and review all of the books. I want to review them on here, I want to review them on Instagram, and I want to review them on Goodreads or Storygraph or something like that. I have been wanting to actually review more of the books that I read for a very long time, so this is a good way for me to push myself to do that. So we're doing that. Okay, rule number 3 is that I want to try and make video essays on the romance genre. So my goal is to make 2 to 3 a month. No, not 2 to 3. Wow, that's a lot. 1 to 2 a month. 2 to 3. Whoa. I read my notes wrong. Let me try that again. My goal is to make 1 to 2 a month. Probably more leaning on the 1. I'm going to try and do 2. Again, video essays are something I've wanted to do for a while, but I just never have. So I want to make ones specifically focused on the romance genre as a part of this whole month extravaganza situation, and I am excited to be doing that. So rule number 4 is just going to be that I want to do hauls and unhauls, so books that I've gotten, books that I'm getting rid of, both from the library and from various bookstores. So we've got a couple of used bookstores in here, and of course Barnes & Noble, and I do order books from Amazon, even though some people think that's a cardinal sin. Cardinal sin. I have been reading Tolkien. You can tell. But anyway, some people think that that's a cardinal sin, but I still do it. A lot of us do, as well as online. So I want to do that. Okay. As well as getting bookish hauls and doing at least 2 of those, 1 a month at least. I'm hoping to do more. I want to do at least 1 from Amazon and 1 from Etsy, and then 1 from Barnes & Noble at the very least. So like the bookish book vlogs and wrap up monthly videos. Again, 2 things I've been wanting to do more of and haven't been, so I'm doing them here. So I'm going to try for this challenge and do at least make 1 reading vlog a week. That's the goal. We'll see. And I want to do a monthly wrap up at the end of the month with everything I read, not just for this challenge. So that is another one of them. Okay, so the one that applies to Summer Week is challenge number 5, and that is that I want to include romance in any reading challenge that I do. I'm going to do at least 2 other reading challenges, and I'm going to hope and try and find another romance reading challenge. That's the goal. So I can integrate them into each thing. So like for this, it was easy to slip in 2 romance novels, not a big deal. But I'm going to try and do that because, again, I want it to be a thing. I want to experience it and just have it a part of my reading life. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to look and try and find at least 1 romance reading challenge, even if it's like on Instagram or something. I'm going to try. And I might have to like get like a bingo card from, Etsy or something. But we will do something. Oh, okay. All right. That is all of my rules and challenges, guidelines, whatever one wants to put it. Excited to be doing this. Finally. Actually doing this. I actually have a special book journal for this, which you are now seeing the screen, and I got back in March, which already has books from it back from March. But yeah, I'm excited to be doing this. I'm super duper excited. So I will see you guys in the next one in a couple of days. And bye.